Hello, Cancer Sun Sign and Cancer Ascendant. This is your forecast for May 2016. And this month I'm doing something different. I've decided that instead of just watching me and listening to me, it'd be a lot more entertaining and definitely more interesting to look at the actual astrology chart and see what's going on through the astrology chart. So this is a astrology chart for starting May 1st with the sign Cancer on the ascendant. And there's a lot going on in the air houses. So the third house of Gemini, seventh house of Libra, 11th house of Aquarius. And I mean, 3, 4, 5 planets in those houses. So those are the houses of the mind, of the intellect. So they're houses of communication. And so the big theme for you this month is that I see you, on one hand, just simply desiring and perhaps even needing to open up more, to be more social. And Cancer is an emotional water sign, and sometimes they can be closed off from others, especially if they don't feel comfortable around others or trust certain people. And I'm certainly not saying just go talk to anyone about what's going on in your life, but this is definitely saying, at the very least, let the people that love and care about you know what's going on in your life. So in particular, this is the house of friendships, and this is a really excellent energy for letting your friends be there for you. And it's not necessarily that they can fix your problems, but it's just really nice to be heard, you know. But this does indeed suggest that your friends can give you some invaluable wisdom and feedback that perhaps you couldn't have come up with yourself. And it's also about maybe sharing your hopes and dreams or your thoughts and ideas with them, and taking a good idea and making it into potentially a great idea. Okay. Now the 11th house is also the house of hopes and dreams. And basically the theme is about what you want your future to be about, or what do you want it to look like. And so this is essentially about strategy. So there's a lot going on here in that if you don't know really what you want in life, well, you're never going to be happy, because you're never going to get anywhere, basically. So this is saying figure out what inspires you. And again, what is it that makes you want to leap out of bed in the morning? You know, what is your unique vision for your future all about? So yeah, first of all, if you don't know that, you have to find it. You have to figure out what that inspiring goal is. The second thing is coming up with strategy, so that it's not just a pie in the sky dream. So especially, so this is in Taurus, right? This is an earth sign. And so it's an air house, but Taurus is an earth sign on the cusp. And this is really saying you have to come up with some practical, down-to-earth methods to make your dreams come true. And it's usually things that you're willing to commit to day in and day out in the long run. All right. So you got the need to figure out your inspiration, the need to come up with a strategy. And then lastly, this is about doing the work. Okay, now let's talk about this real briefly. This is Mercury retrograde. You're going to have Mercury retrograde in here for a while because, well, it's retrograde. It's going backward, or it appears to be going backward. And it goes direct on the 23rd. And so this is definitely saying that you're meant to be doing some soul searching about your dreams. In other words, let's say that you do have a big dream and you've had it for years. This is about really asking yourself, is this really going to make me happy? Is it worth all the effort, or am I just kidding myself? Now, I'm not saying in any way that your dream might not be right for you, but I am saying that this is like, just make sure that what you are dreaming about is worth it. Make sure it's worth the effort. So if it is indeed worth the effort, then this is excellent, because again, it's about tapping into that inspiration, remembering what's so great about your dream and getting fired up. Let's do this. Let's recommit. Let's get it done. Okay, so I think for you, there's a lot about wanting your future to be better, more magnificent in some way. And this is just figuring out simply how to make it happen. Okay. Now, let's look at this. So you've had Jupiter in your third house for a while and it's been retrograde. It's going to go direct on May 10th. And this says a couple of things. Knowledge is indeed power for you, but it's also nourishment. So there's a deep love for education, for learning. But this definitely suggests, in connection with this, that learning new things or maybe deepening your knowledge about something is going to help you advance yourself in your life. And look at this. So this is the Sun, and this is Jupiter, and this is Pluto. 11 degrees, 17 degrees, 13 degrees. If you can see that green triangle right there, that's called a grand trine. So what you need to know about this is that if you can network, if you can share your dream with others and let them assist you, even if it's just with good ideas, you're going to get a lot further faster. Okay. Secondly, again, knowledge is power. Learn all you can from books, from people, from the school of life. Okay. Really, what I would say about this energy is that if you're fiercely determined to be successful in your life, your knowledge is the golden key. Okay. So, whatever it is that you want to accomplish, learn all you can about it. And put that knowledge into action. And so with this chart, just in summary, I think for you, well, actually, I want to look at this real quick. You got Mars and Saturn retrograde in the 6th house here, and this is definitely saying that it's imperative that you make yourself more efficient in some way. You might find that you waste time, or that you could be more effective and more productive in your life. And this is saying if you want to get to this goal, you've got to cut out things that are scattering your energies to the wind. So this is a really focused chart toward, again, knowledge is power, and toward using that knowledge toward being successful in your life. And the Sun in particular in the 11th house, this is like having some big dreams. So if you don't know what that big dream is, I would say start doing the soul searching, because you will find it this month. Again, Jupiter's making that trine to the Sun. That's kind of like a Disney kind of energy. Like, I believe I can fly. And yes, indeed, you can fly, but you have to start moving toward that cliff and taking that leap of faith. So with that being said, I do indeed hope you have a great month, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye-bye.